StereoRifles. Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy StereoRifles tuning in on the microphone. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, smack that like button down below and subscribe for me, man. So that way I can get up into your sub boxes and you can see some more content. But yeah, I've been on a few days hiatus. It's been about 4 or 5 days again. I was trying to upload regularly, but content out here, frankly, is like some ashy elbows, bro. It's dry. The content is dry. I know I can go on and do, Modern Warfare hate videos, hating on Joe's Seaside and hating on the bad content and hating on the updates being crappy and bricking PS4s, but like, man, everybody else and their mothers, brothers, sisters doing it. And I try to have at least a little bit of originality to my channel. A little bit. It's really hard to stand out on YouTube, especially on a gaming channel like Call of Duty. So when I can, I try to have, some kind of different subject. And that's going to be C.O.D Logic today, guys. It's an old series of mine. My OG subs knows what it is. I've got about 4, 5, 6 episodes uploaded on different subjective commentaries of C.O.D Logic. That's the name of the series. And this one today is going to be called It Is What It Is. And as we go on, you're going to see what this commentary is all about. I think it should be a good rant, a little food for thought, as you know what my channel is kind of all about, man. Now let's get right into it. So anyways, what's got me thinking about this? All the videos you see, people talk about Modern Warfare sucking, which, yeah, it does. But people are always talking about, how Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, COD 4, World at War, all the older Call of Duties were perfect, or they were great. It was the good old days, man. We used to get off school and we'd play all night until we had to go to bed, or on the weekend we'd be cranking that stuff out for 6-8 hours, man, with your boys, having good old times, man. They were the great old days. I miss that. I hear that all the time. So I decided to do a little investigating myself. I didn't do a crazy amount of investigation, but I did a little bit. I went on Thunder's channel, and I went on Nero Cinema, a couple guys from, from back in the day, and for the most part, I agree with most of their opinions and views, so that's why I use them as an example. And there's some other OG, content creators that I watch, let's say Mark J, but he, very few of his videos are commentary. Most of his videos uploaded are live gameplays of him dropping nukes or, 100 kill TDMs, whatever. He doesn't really do subjective commentary per se. So that's why I stuck with, again, Nero Cinema, Thunder. I could have went to like Prestigious Key, even Drifter or whatever, but I didn't want to, go on and on and on. But I was trying to make a point with this research, and I actually wrote down a couple bullet points from watching some of the older videos of when, let's say, Black Ops 2 was right in its prime, like it first came out. Same with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. And just kind of what people's views actually were back then, man. Because it goes to show you the rose-tinted sunglasses are real, man. Granted, I think back to my Ghost days. I still remember raging, but all in all, I still remember having a good time. And I still rage now. Hell, I just dropped a live comm last week of me raging, dropping F-bombs and everything in a free-for-all match. But anyway, suffice to say, first one I wrote down, man, it was a Modern Warfare 2 upload from Thunder, I believe. And he was making a video. He was actually running the one-man army noob tubes. And he said, I'm just screwing around, man. He said, I had a long day at work. He's like, I don't feel like sweating or whatever, He's like, I know it's cheesy. I know it's lame. He's like, that's just what I felt like doing. But he's like, I'd love to be able to take this stuff out of the game. He kept saying, like, Vincent Pella and all them are trolling Infinity War because they're leaving the company, so they're leaving the game broken. And he compared Modern Warfare 2 to being like making a hoe into a housewife. You just can't do it. It ain't gonna happen. And that's kind of what he was saying about fixing up Modern Warfare 2. And then as of recent, other than the noob tubes, I always hear him talking pretty good things about it. You know what I mean? So that was just one example. That was just one. Here's the next one I got is from Black Ops 2, one of his Black Ops 2 uploads. This one I thought was hilarious. Really did. I know it's because of the time and all that good stuff, but check this out, man. He said, is it me, or does it feel like it takes forever to kill somebody in this game? And also, by the way, this was also a 5.5 minute TDM on Slums. 5.5 minutes. I know it was only going up to 75 at the time, but 5.5 minutes. God, you can't have a 5.5 minute match of Modern Warfare 2019 to save your life. Anyway, but bro, Black Ops 2, man. I mean, maybe for its time, the time to kill was a tad higher, you know, overall, the overall average of the guns. But bro, he's literally he's making Black Ops 2 sound like Black Ops 4. You know what I mean? And now I just heard him on one of his most recent uploads of, he's talking about his top 10 CODs or something like that. I can't remember. You know, all his videos are great, but I watched so many of them, I don't miss a Thunder upload, so, you know, details are lacking in my head right now. But the fact that he said the time to kill was too high on Black Ops 2, I mean, all them games from that era, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, they're different, but they're more or less the same. But it goes to show you how you can progress as a COD player and how you adapt to the meta over the years with the things they do to change the game, like obviously exo movement, higher times to kill, specialists, you know? I never would have thought I heard somebody say the time to kill was too high in Black Ops 2. I just thought that was really funny, man, so I had to make a point about it. Now this one, the next one, to me, kind of cracked me up, man. This is from a Modern Warfare 3 upload in its prime. Thunder, check this one out, guys. Thunder was complaining about kill streaks spawn in the game, bro. He said he was getting sick and tired of streaks being constantly put in the air. He said, you know, I'm part of the problem. I'm always getting UAVs and Pablo and whatever. And, you know, he said it was just too much spam of, you know, kill streaks in the gameplay. And he said he'd rather focus on gunplay. Bro, that literally made me laugh. I mean, I just laughed again, man. I mean, that's like saying, let's go play Modern Warfare 19, bro. Let's just focus on the gunplay, because by the time you get a kill streak, the damn game's over, man. I know that's not always in every example of every match, but you know what I'm trying to say, man? That reminds me of like World War II or something, or COD Ghosts, where the gameplay is so slow that there's no streaks going up, or you know, by the time you get something going, the game's almost over. It happens all the time with these slower-paced games. I never would have thought that would have heard that out of Thunder's mouth, man. To me, if kill streaks are getting spammed, that means the game is fun. That means everybody's getting kills. That means everybody's pushing, having a good time. And it sounds like an overall pretty even gameplay. And it sounded like, again, to me, that's what COD is all about. But it's funny to go back, Modern Warfare 3, what is that, 2012 maybe? 2011, something like that? You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But, you know, it goes to show you people's mindset back when these games were new and in their prime, and just how, you know, how people look at things now and how we're complaining about the camping and, you know, it takes forever to, you know, get something going because nobody wants to move, and et cetera, et cetera. And it's literally what he's talking about in this gameplay. You know, I just thought it was freaking hilarious, man. What's the next one here? This is another example from Black Ops 2. Here you go. Age-old argument, the age-old subject. It seems to be in the Call of Duty community, and that is skill-based matchmaking. I was watching a video of his, again, I believe it was a Black Ops 2 upload in its prime, and he's complaining about the skill-based matchmaking. Mainly at the time, though, I think he was talking about the lobby balancing, because even Black Ops 3 had this same problem. And what I'm talking about is, say you get into a lobby, you're a multiple prestige player, you're a 1.5, a 2, 2.5 player, you're an overall good guy, and you get saddled up with a bunch of noobs, and the other team has, you know, 3 or 4, you know, high prestige players, or, you know what I'm saying? It'll never, you know, skill-based matchmaking back then, I think to everybody was the lobby balancing algorithm. So that way, it's not just stacked one team with all master prestiges, and the other team is, you know, full of noobs. And I know Black Ops 1 was like that. I think you could still get on Black Ops 1 now, and it's still like that. But I think at the time, you know, I think that's what he was talking about. Not the skill-based matchmaking we're talking about now in the modern times. But I just thought it was an honorable mention, just because even back then, we're talking about skill-based matchmaking, man. I mean, I know it pisses me off. It pisses everybody off in the community. But it's like, god damn, it's a dead horse getting beat, ain't it? I swear. All that time ago, we're still talking about skill-based matchmaking, guys. It's not going anywhere. Just, I'm talking to myself. Give myself a pep talk. Eric, just let it go, because it's not gonna go away. Also, before I end the commentary out, I just wanted to put in my 2 cents on skill-based matchmaking. You know, I'll say it again, and I'll say it again forever. back when I started, obviously you got beat up on being a new player. COD Ghost, the matchmaking was very minimal. I don't want to say it was non-existent, but it was nothing like it is nowadays. And, obviously that incentivized you to get better. And the reason why it was cool to get better is so you could beat up on people better than you. We all started out as garbage, and eventually you get the hang of the game, maybe you'll even watch a YouTube video or something. Back then I didn't watch YouTube. But, you got the hang of things and you got better, and you were rewarded in-game by just being a better player. You're finally not that guy anymore. You're able to beat up on the noobs because you're not a noob anymore. And now it's like, the better you get, the worse it gets. The worse your game experience gets. And it just compounds over and over. So I work from a 1.5 to a 2 KD. It's going to be even harder. You work to a 2.5. It gets even harder. How is that fun for anybody, bro? It amazes me that there's not a ranked playlist of any kind or some kind of league play in COD Modern Warfare 2019, especially Modern Warfare 2019. As big as this game is, as hyped up as it was, you've got all these tryhards and sweats, these OGs, coming out of the woodworks that were probably playing Fortnite, playing old CODs, or even got off the game altogether, and they finally got something that sparked their interest that reminded them of the old days like Modern Warfare 2. You got all these badass players out there right now, man. You know what I mean? Trying to hit clips, and nowadays, it's even worse than ever. I mean, I can't count on my hand, exactly how many, but how many times I get into a lobby and I see a YouTuber, I see a Twitch streamer, it's in their gamer tag. It's like the Wild West out here in Call of Duty, man. Everybody is trying to be the next Swag, the next Marka J, hell, the next Drifter, whatever, the next Ninja, so it's so competitive. Like, all these guys are trying so hard to hit clips, and, whether it be feeds with their sniper rifle, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's bad enough that there's that YouTube is so saturated. Hey, I'm one of them, obviously. I'm recording this video. But none of us want to face each other all the damn time, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like going down to Las Vegas to hustle some people out, some money playing cards, and you wind up playing each other, all your hustler friends instead. Like, nobody wants to do that, man. You want to beat up on the noobs, man, because you earn the right to do it. But I'm not going to make it, the video's not about that. I just wanted to, like I said, put my 2 cents in. And also, I'm not beating up on Thunder or Nero with these, blasts from the past, these little insights. It's just, like I said, I found it fascinating to go back to when these games were actually in their prime and to see people's actual opinion at the time, not the rose-tinted sunglasses. Like I said, I've heard Thunder say, like, 2 weeks ago that Black Ops 2 was his favorite all-time COD. Now, if you go watch his videos, back when the first month or two that game came out, he wasn't like hating on it, but I'm just saying, believe me, he was singing a different tune. And like I said, I'm not hating on the guy because you can change your mind. I do it all the time. You get, maybe things get patched or buffed or nerfed. You just get used to the meta. It happens all the time. But like I said, I just thought it would make a good food for thought commentary, another episode of COD Logic. And to sum up this commentary, the moral of the story is that COD is COD. We're talking about skill-based matchmaking for the last 10 years. We're talking about, the same cheesy stuff, whether it be noob tubes, specialist abilities, martyrdom, second chance, last stand, dead man's hand, commando lunge. It's been there since pretty much the beginning, other than maybe COD 4 and World at War. But after that, it's been there, guys. It is what it is. It's not going to change. And yeah, as a COD fan, I know it's fun to complain about. It is. It's just like talking about the football game and bitching about, a bad call from a ref or, another team, getting a helmet violation and them not actually calling on it. Whatever. But, what I mean? It's just fun. It's fun conversation for the community, and it is what it is. But sometimes you just got to realize, you got to step back and be like, you either like the game or you don't, man. You either just need to step away from Call of Duty altogether. Like, maybe you're just burnt out on it. I've said that a lot myself as well. Maybe you're just burnt out on the franchise altogether. And it's like, no matter, honestly, I even think if they do a Black Ops 2 style game in 2020 from Treyarch, they could make it exactly like Black Ops 2, and people will still find something to complain about. Either it's Black Ops 3.5 all over again, nothing's different, it's the same COD every year. But then they change something and y'all bitch about that too. So like I said, The moral of the story is that it is what it is, and you either like it or you don't. But that's going to wrap it up, guys, man. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you, and I'll just see you in the next one. Take it easy.